Councillor Lovely, Councillor Quigley both move that the nomination of Robert K. McCarthy as President of the City Council for 2010 be made unanimous by the City Council. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Let the record indicate that the Council is nominated by acclamation Robert K. McCarthy, Councillor of Ward 1 as Council President of 2010.
Before I begin, I would ask a personal privilege to first recognize the Councillor from Ward 7, Joseph O'Keefe. Welcome back, Joe. We've all missed you, and I cannot begin to express all the joy we all feel by having you back with us today. It has been a long 10 weeks for you and your family to go through. To your wife, Camille, your boys in the Color Guard and the Honor Guard that we're here today, and for the rest of your family, all our best for your continued speedy recovery. I have been most fortunate to get to know Joe as a colleague and a friend. A while back, I began to refer to him as Dad. Not because of his age, but the more so for his wisdom and his encouragement. He has shown me along the way like a father and a mentor. So welcome back, Dad. Attorney General Martha Coakley, District Attorney Blodgett, Representative Keenan, Chief Tucker, Chief Cody, City Clerk Cheryl LaPointe, various city department heads and employees, my esteemed colleagues, and to the citizens of Salem, welcome. I stand here before you on this beautiful winter morning, humbled and appreciative of the support you have shown me to get me to this point. I have always considered public service an honor, and I'm honored to represent my constituents on the council and honored by my colleagues to represent them as president. None of us as elected officials can get to this point without the support of our families. Only those of us that are elected can fully understand the sacrifices of time away from them that is needed to perform our respective jobs. Thank you to all the mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, husbands and wives that are here with us this morning. Thank you for your unwavering support in allowing us to do our respective jobs. A special thank you goes out to my mother, who has always encouraged me her entire life. To my two sons, Will and Jack, who allow me to serve you without question because they understand how important what it is we all do. Last, but by no means least, to my wife, Kathy, who has kept me grounded and on task. She really makes everything work, as we as a family try to balance everything that goes on with all my additional responsibilities. I love you. Well, this is harder than I thought. It's like, you always think you're ready for this, but sometimes, the heat of the moment, or the passion of the moment, or however you want to describe it, really gets you. As I prepared this address, I said I would have to find a few quotes to work into the speech. Kathy told me to forget the quotes and speak from my heart, because it always has served me well. So I will continue to speak from my heart, but I found so many great quotes when I was looking for them, I could not pass up on including a few in this speech. So here's one from David Frost. Don't aim for success if you want it. Just do what you love and believe in it, and it will come naturally. I truly love this job, and I truly believe what I do will make a difference. I also believe that all of us that are being sworn in today all have the best interests of the citizens of Salem in mind. Each one of us wants what is best for everyone. We may not always agree on how to get to that point, but I am confident we will all work hard, and in the long long run, I believe we would be successful in making Salem a better place. We as a city are poised to turn the corner as our country comes out of this fiscal crisis. Under the leadership of Mayor Driscoll, this council, our state leadership of Representative Keenan and Senator Berry, and our U.S. Representative John Tierney, Salem has become the envy of most of our neighboring communities. The Michael Ruane Judicial Center, the new dorm at Salem State College, the Salem Jail Project, and the Harbor Walk are all currently under construction. Projects such as the MBTA garage, the development that will house the new senior center, and the new wharf project are all in the works and hope to be starting soon. All of these will put Salem into a better position in the years to come. Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, "There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still." We as a community cannot afford to stand still. We must continue to move forward. We, the elected officials, must choose the paths that will continue to lead us to success. I will continue to work with the administration and this council towards the goal of smart growth. Growth which will include mixed uses and will offset the residential tax burden. Growth that will be mindful of our historic past and will enhance our bright future. In combination with this new growth, we must embrace and rejuvenate our waterfront. The new wharf along the Harbor Walk will go a long way into making Salem more than just a Halloween destination. Our businesses need more than 1 month a year to rely on to sustain themselves. Our waterfront is our greatest resource, and we should utilize it to its fullest potential. The last 2 years have flown by. It seems like yesterday that we were at City Hall for a similar ceremony, and my son squeezed in front of State Representative Keenan to take a picture and watch me get sworn in. That day, I was lucky to have been seated by Councillor Sosnowski next to my friend and colleague, Ward 5 Councillor Matthew Vino. Over the 2 years, we joked and laughed, but most of all, I learned. I learned by listening and by watching a man who made it look easy. Matt taught me more than I can put into words, but he always challenged me on the issues. He made me get to the root of the issue and try to look for the good in a proposal and not focus on the negative. We will miss him, and we wish him and his family all the best. Let us now welcome Councillor John Ronan, who will be replacing Matt. I have found John to be very thoughtful when we have spoken, and he has that same excitement that I had when I was first elected. John, congratulations and good luck, and I know you will serve your constituents well. The last 2 years were filled with many challenges and debates. We adopted a capital improvement plan, a no-brainer in my book. We determined new rules for petty cabs and fortune tellers. We changed the zoning of the church parcel and adopted zoning recodification after many years of trying. We put the PUD and the BPD after a couple of votes. I could go into song, I made one up, but I won't. I brought in my first order on a hearing for a soda device, and no, it's not a machine that dispenses tonic. It was a machine that monitored noise and wind speeds. We had numerous public hearings and found a new home for a senior center. We had a hearing about a downtown noise and found out it was all about the music. I said those immortal words, "This stinks," during a meeting of the council chambers filled with educators as we adopted legislation that allowed us to receive money for the state to save a school year. I witnessed firsthand as a community came together to raise money to help offset that same financial mess. Just a few weeks ago, we approved joining the Regional Vocational School District. This list could go on, but I promised people I would be brief. The year ahead will be filled with many new and yet to be determined challenges. When word first leaked about my presidency, I was approached and asked, "Bob, why this year? If you wanted to, you could be president next year or the year after. Why not lay back and wait? You've sat on the Finance Committee for the last 2 years and you know the mid-year cuts come again from the state. You know better than most what a difficult position the city will be in." I responded by saying, I wanted the challenge. I look forward to the new challenge because I've never been one to duck a challenge, nor have I ever been one to duck a difficult decision. I know I'll be able to work with this council and this administration to continue to move us in a positive direction during these difficult times. Teddy Roosevelt wrote, "The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people." I know how to get along with people. I know I will be able to work with everyone and try to reach a consensus that will help us to make Salem a better place. When I was elected 2 years ago, I gave my friend and colleague, Councillor Pinto, a copy of Cushion's manual. We were newly elected and not going out on we had not gotten our own copies yet, so I went out and bought two so we could brush up on the rules. Be ready. On the inside cover I wrote, "I will always have your back." I wrote this because I respect Steve, and I knew if we were elected and we were to become effective councilors, we would need each other to lean on and navigate through the first few months and years ahead. We had leaned on each other when we were campaigning in a free flow of information that was the only way we could both get all the information that we needed to achieve our goals. I am excited about the new year to come. Thank you for your trust and confidence in me. I pledge to you now, to my colleagues, that I will always have all of your backs and will always provide you with all the information that I have to allow all of us to make informed decisions on behalf of all of the citizens of Salem. Thank you.